Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Veggie Vero's Kids Corner. I'm your host, Veronica Green, and today is another beautiful day here at the Delray Beach Children's Garden, and I'm excited to read you this story that I found at the library. It's called Sunflower Sword. Who likes sunflowers? I do. Sunflower is one of my favorite flowers. They actually help to clean and detoxify the soil. Isn't that amazing? So if you're starting like a garden at home and you want to make sure that your fruits and veggies and herbs are actually truly organic and don't have any yucky pesticides or anything that they're pulling up from the soil, you just have to plant sunflowers all over them, all over your garden bed. Just plant sunflowers and it will help to clean and purify your soil. They're really amazing little flowers. So I'll show you the sunflowers that we have growing here at the garden. We have a few of them. They're beautiful and the bees have been busy pollinating. And then we will make our very own sunflower. How cute is that? So this craft is very easy. All that you will need are some basic household supplies. I used a paper plate, okay? If you want to just use like a thick cardstock paper, that will work too. A pair of scissors, a pen or pencil, a stick. You can get a stick from outside. Grab some tape so that you can tape it onto the back. And I, of course, painted it. I used yellow and red paint. And I actually did this cool tie-dye effect using a sponge brush. It's like a paintbrush with a sponge at the end. If you don't have that at home, you can just take a sponge from the kitchen and clip off a little piece of it, and there you go. You can sponge paint. So that, and what else did I use? Glue, and in the middle is sunflower seeds. Okay? So if you don't have any sunflower seeds at home, look in your kitchen and see what type of seeds you do have. Maybe you have some pepitas. Maybe you have some chia seeds. You could just take some soil from outside and glue it down in the middle just to represent the sunflower seeds. Okay? So we'll do that after the story. All the grown-ups can go and gather the supplies, and I will stay here with you and start reading this beautiful story. Everybody ready? Sunflower Sword. This was written by Mark Sperring and illustrated by Miriam Latimer. Once there was a land filled with fire and smoke and endless fighting, where knights fought dragons and dragons fought knights. And that was the way it had always been. In this land, there lived a knight who wanted to be big like all the other knights and fight like the other knights and have a sword like the other knights. But his mother said he could not. There's the little knight and his mother. And look at all of these dragons fighting with the big grown-up knights. Why do you want a sword? His mother asked. To whoosh and swoosh in the air, said the little knight. Said his mother, and she hurried off to find... What do you think she's going to find? A sunflower. Well, I suppose I could pretend like it's a sword, said the little knight. Then he whooshed and he swooshed his sunflower sword just to see how well it whooshed and swooshed. It whooshed and swooshed very well. But, said the little knight, it won't be any good for fighting dragons. No, sighed his mother. I suppose it will not be good for fighting dragons, but keep it anyways. Here. So the little knight trundled up the Dragon Hill, a place where only the biggest, bravest knights ever went. He played happily all day. The sunflower sword swung this way and that way and slew not one, not two, but three imaginary dragons. Suddenly the air crackled with heat, and smoke billowed all around. And there stood something full of fire and flame and a fight to be fought. What do you think it was? A real dragon. The little knight had no choice. It was too late to run, so he swooshed and he whooshed the sunflower sword. It cut through the air like a fine silver blade, but suddenly, as it swung near him, the dragon saw what it was, and he paused. The dragon reached out to take it. Could it be, thought the dragon, has this little knight climbed all the way to the top of Dragon Hill to offer me a flower? Could it be, thought the little knight, a dragon might not be so fearsome after all? And then the little knight and the dragon looked at each other, and they both began to smile. So that's how it happened, as simply as that. From then on, they met each day on Dragon Hill and played much better games than fighting. Soon the news spread far and wide of how an enemy could become a friend and how the land might become a peaceful place. One by one, the knights laid down their swords and climbed to the top of Dragon Hill. And there they waited, holding sunflowers for all the dragons, while Mother watched with a smile. The end. Sweet, sweet story. So, what did we learn from this story? Well, in the end, he offered a gift to the dragon, and the the dragon was so touched, so moved, that he realized there was no reason to be fighting at all. Why were they even fighting in the first place? And I'll tell you a secret. That's how most fights are. They're really usually silly when you think about them, and a lot more can be accomplished with sweetness and with smiles, right? The more you give, the more you get. You see, he gave a flower and he got a friend, a lifelong friend. So I thought it was a very sweet story. And now let's make our sunflowers. You guys ready? You have all your supplies? Okay, so let's start with the paper plate, or if you have like a thick cardstock paper, you can use that, and your pencil or pen. So I like to draw a sunflower first, just so that I have some kind of like a stencil to cut with the scissors. Okay, so just draw, do the best you can to draw the head of a sunflower. Okay, so I'm going to draw the petals. One. Doesn't have to be perfect. Something like that. Maybe a circle in the middle where the seeds are going to go. Can you see that? Okay. Now that we have given ourselves a little bit of a stencil, go ahead and take the scissors. Make sure you have help from a grown-up if you need help using the scissors. And we're going to cut out the sunflower. Now, I have to admit, it's a little bit tricky to cut on a paper plate because the edges are going up, but that's okay. We'll do the best we can. So guys, another really interesting thing about sunflowers is that they actually turn throughout the day to face the sun. So if you look at a sunflower in the morning, it will be facing the east, right, towards the beach. And if you were to sit there and watch it throughout the day, you would see that it slowly turns throughout the day to face the west. It follows the sun. And then at the end of its life, the sunflower puts its head down, facing down, so that all the little seeds can drop to the floor and give birth to new sunflowers. Very intelligent little flower. Okay, so you should have something like that. So now let's go and grab our stick. Okay, it can be a stick from outside. It can be a popsicle stick if you want. Personally, I really prefer the natural outside sticks. And we're going to tape it to the back using our tape, okay? Might want to put a few pieces just to really secure it. Okay, so that's now the back of the sunflower. When you turn it around to the front, you just have your little stencil circle still. Okay, next step is we paint. So, of course, yellow is a pretty popular color for sunflowers. So you can grab some yellow paint. They also come in orange. I've seen red sunflowers. I've even seen flowers that have hints of purple. So you can make it whatever color you want. And if you're going to use a sponge, like I am, a sponge to paint, you can just go ahead and start stamping, and feel free to mix two different colors together and try to create like a really fun tie-dye sort of effect. All right, so now the next step after the painting is done is to actually put some glue right in the center. Just take some regular Elmer's glue. You don't need it too much. Spread it around. And we're going to glue down our sunflower seeds. And again, if you don't have sunflower seeds, use dirt from outside, use maybe some chia seeds or pepitas, any type of seeds that you have in your kitchen. So you get creative and make it however you want. And it's fun to sprinkle it right in the middle after you put some glue down, and then give it a little shake. All right, so there you have it, your own sweet little sunflower. Isn't that cute, guys? Love this. It's a great summer craft. And of course, if you do ever get your hands on some real sunflower seeds, of course, plant them, right? But you can also put some in a little bird feeder outside, because the birds love to snack on sunflower seeds, and then you get to enjoy watching the birds. You can actually roll a toilet paper roll in, we'll actually smear it with peanut butter and then roll it in sunflower seeds and put it out in a tree, hang it up in a tree, and the birds will come and eat from it. So that's kind of a cute idea too. All right, guys, well, this has been fun, and I am gonna just show you our sunflowers that we have growing here at the garden, and then we'll say goodbye until next week. Okay. There they are in all their glory. The bees love coming over here, pollinating at the sunflowers. All right, everybody. Well, I hope that you enjoyed that, and please make sure you leave some photos in the comments. I want to see your beautiful sunflowers that you made. Okay? If you're local to the Delray area, come and visit me at the garden. Saturday and Sunday, we're open 10 a.m. to 1. Check out our sunflowers. Check out all the beautiful plants that we have growing here. Spring is in the air. Everything is blooming right now. We have fish in the pond. We have our worms doing their things. Lots to check out here at the garden. Okay, I'll see you next week, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.